Hi guys, good morning. It's me, Miss Borek, and I am back finally. It seems like forever since I had the chance to read to you guys, but I'm here. I am here, and I do have a book, and guess what? It's great. It's a great book. Actually, this is a science book, like a legit science book. It's called Erosion. Yes. Now, if you remember, our entire unit is all about how our Earth changes. Our Earth is constantly changing. Our Earth is constantly changing, okay? All the time, every day, every second, every minute, every hour. Our Earth is changing. Now, we've learned about a couple of different ways that our Earth changes. Do you guys remember? Yes, volcanoes. Volcanoes can cause big changes. Yes, they can create islands. They can destroy villages. Ladies and gentlemen, do you remember a different type of change that our Earth goes through? Earthquakes. Yes, earthquakes can dramatically change our Earth. From cracks opening in the ground to building up mountains, earthquakes are constantly changing our Earth. Yes, but another way that our Earth experiences change is through erosion. Can you guys say erosion? Erosion. Do you know what erosion is? Erosion is like when something is slowly eaten away, maybe from wind or rain. Yeah, so we're going to learn about different types of erosion, how our Earth is slowly eaten away or slowly kind of like shaved or carved. Yeah, are you guys ready? Now listen, we're going to create a tree map, and there's going to be 7 branches on this tree map. 7. There are seven. Why can I not speak today? Happy Monday. 7. I said it again. 7 different types of erosion. Yes, okay. So make sure you have your paper turned short and fat like a thinking map so that you can add all 7 of these branches before the week is over. Okay? All right, I'm going to let you go ahead and copy down this question. The question is, what are the different types of erosion? Today we're just working on 2 branches, and you'll see that when I get my head and face out of your way. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you copied that down and got your tree map started by hitting that pause button. If you didn't, back up, rewind, copy down the question, and of course, start that tree map. So today we are going to learn about the first 2 types of erosion, how our Earth is slowly changing. Erosion. Now look, there's a table of contents here, and these are going to be our first 2 types of erosion: dripping rain and roaring rivers. Yep. But I'm going to start with the forces of change. I'm going to start there because that's kind of like the introduction to the book. The forces of change. A brick building on a street corner is crumbling away. A deep crack runs through a parking lot. Higher up, a building teeters on a muddy hillside. What caused the changes in the brick building? The parking lot and the hillside. It was erosion. Erosion is the wearing away and reshaping of land. The forces of erosion have been changing Earth's surface for millions of years. Do you guys know another word for Earth's surface? The crust. Yes, the crust of the Earth is constantly changing. One way it's changed is through erosion. You see that? The brick building, the crack on the ground, the hillside with the house that's about to slip down. Erosion causes changes to our Earth's crust. Oh, here's a fun fact. Let's make sure we read it. Some erosion happens in seconds or minutes. Most erosion happens over hundreds or thousands of years, but some happens over a year or 2. I forgot to read that sentence. So some happens fast, some happens in a few minutes, and some it takes thousands of years, sometimes even millions of years to occur. Wow. On the next page, we're going to get our first type of erosion, dripping rain. Told you. Go ahead and copy that down for your first branch of your tree map. Dripping rain. Dripping rain. Erosion can begin with a few drops of rain. The raindrops form a stream of water. The rainwater stream picks up dirt along the way. So as it's flowing down the road or down through the dirt, it picks up other pieces of either the ground or the dirt, whatever it's flowing through. Be careful, because sometimes water pools in the street. Sometimes the water grows deep quickly. So, dripping rain is our first type of erosion. Hopefully you wrote that right there. Ms. Bork's not going to write it. Do you guys think you can do this on your own? No? Okay, fine. Dripping rain. Dripping rain. And what is dripping rain erosion? It's water, right? It's a stream of water that picks up other pieces along the way, right? Whether it's other pieces of dirt or maybe even like other pieces like grass. It could be, anything that's on the ground. Sticks, branches, trees, bricks, rocks, whatever is on the ground. It can pick that up and slowly change the way our Earth's crust or surface looks. Yeah. And it said be careful because sometimes dripping rain erosion can get really deep really quick. And there's another fun fact. Are you guys ready? Fun fact, sudden heavy rain causes flash floods. Fast flowing rainwater can be powerful enough to move houses and cars. I'm gonna write down one more thing about dripping rain erosion. I'm gonna write powerful. It has to be super powerful to move a house or a car. I'm writing powerful. So we know that dripping rain erosion is caused from water and streams, and it can be very powerful. Wow. It can be very powerful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's turn the page and see what our next type of erosion is, and that is roaring rivers. Do you want to write it right now? Go ahead. Roaring rivers. Yeah, you guys are getting ready. We practically are done with the school year. So yeah, if you want to write that on your own before I write it, that would be a good idea. Roaring rivers. The stream from the street joins with other streams and pours into lakes and rivers. The water picks up along the way. The rocks grind along the bottom of the riverbed. The flowing water also washes dirt from the riverbanks. In these ways, rivers can cut deep gaps through the landscape. So the next type of erosion is roaring rivers. Yes, and these roaring rivers, these rivers can all do the same thing as a stream, but since the streams lead to the river, the streams are small, but the rivers are bigger. Yes, and because they're a lot bigger, they can move more of the Earth's surface, more rocks, bigger rocks, heavier rocks, and they can slowly grind away at each other and create dirt or even completely destroy parts of the riverbed. Yeah, that's pretty wild, right? So let's go ahead and write that down. Our next type of erosion is roaring rivers. Yes, roaring rivers. Roaring rivers. Roaring rivers. Now let's add some little notes about roaring rivers. So remember, it says that the streams join with other streams and pour into lakes and rivers, okay? And they can grind away the bottom of the riverbed. The flowing water washes dirt from the riverbanks, and it can cut deep holes in the Earth's surface. Let's put deep holes. That's what I'm gonna write first. Deep holes. Deep holes. And I'm also going to write made by streams. What was that other? What else did it say? I'm going to look back in the book. I can't remember. Always look back in the book when you're not sure. Okay, so it's made by streams from, so it's just made by streams and then they pour into lakes and rivers. That's right. So made by streams. They can create deep holes. They're made by streams. Oh, should we talk about how they grind rocks? That's powerful erosion, grinding rocks. Let's write that. Grind rocks. So this, I should say, type of erosion is made by streams. It can cut deep holes in the bed of the river, and it can grind rocks. Wow, this type of erosion seems very powerful. Yes. Let's read this bottom part right here, see if we can get any more information about roaring rivers. Rivers flow to the oceans and leave behind a lot of dirt. The dirt is made of sand, pebbles, soil, and rocks. It is full of good nutrients for growing plants. What? I just realized after reading that last paragraph that this type of erosion is actually good for plants because the changes that it causes on the bottom of the riverbed actually helps plants to grow. Should we write that on there? Good for plants? Yeah, let's write it. I want to tilt my camera down just a little bit. There we go. Good for plants. That's our last note for roaring rivers. Good for plants. Wow, who would have thought that erosion was good for plants? Yeah, that erosion, it eats away at the rocks, it creates soil, and plants need good soil to grow. So erosion is good for plants. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to read this fun fact and we are done for today. I will give you your flip grid assignment. Fun fact, waterfalls can form when water flows over soft rock. The waterfall seems to move backward as it erodes or cuts away at the rocks behind it. So waterfalls help erosion, yeah. That's pretty cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, alert, alert, alert. Your assignment for today is to tell me about the 2 types of erosion that we talked about today. So dripping rain and roaring rivers. And give me some details about them, okay? Don't forget the details. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, also make sure, there's like 16 days or something like that left of this year. So make sure that you are speaking like you are ready to move on and up to 2nd grade or 3rd grade, whatever grade you're in right now, you're ready to go to the next grade. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good luck on that flip grid. What are the 2 types of erosion that we learned today? I can't wait to hear. See you on Flip Grid.